me, I was, what's the name? Sound like Future. He sounded like Future.
I got clubs in Atlanta.
Panda. Yeah, I got bras in Atlanta. I met with him before he did the deal with Kanye, you know. Had him at the office. I'm like, yo, so let me hear the other records.
Every night, let's do it. She gon' pop, she gon' screw it. You talking that 50 cent, I be talking 50 mil.
Desiigner, this is 50 Cent. He wants all the smoke. This is Fresh Hip-Hop Opinion with your guy Olize. Don't forget to subscribe. So yeah, Desiigner has dissed 50 Cent. Can you believe it? Now 50 Cent was on $1 million worth of Game with Gilly and Wallow. And he got to speaking about a few rappers and entertainers. And one section he spoke about Desiigner. Check out the clip.
Me, I was, what's the name? Sound like Future. He sounded like Future.
I got clubs in Atlanta.
Panda. Yeah, I got bras in Atlanta. I met with him before he did the deal with Kanye, you know. Had him at the office. I'm like, yo, so let me hear the other records you got. And he's like, I said, that's it. It was so hot that he had it, I was struggling. And I was like, nah, I can't get that money. Let them give him whatever they're gonna give. I know who I was when I made one record. Plan. When I made one record, I didn't know how to make the next one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you have the distraction of a hit record, you move around, you start seeing all these bad. You done been married 3 times this weekend. So if this is done happen, you done got all this confused. You like, what happened? What's your next record? I don't know. I think I like her. I think I love her. You thinking other shit that wasn't even in your thought process prior to that hit.
Right.
So where do you find a hit record? You see what I'm saying? We're not on the same thought pattern that you was when you made the hit. I got bras in Atlanta.
Yeah, fam. I mean, listening to that, would you even find anything offensive? Yeah, like he couldn't remember Desiigner's name. It's been a long time since the guy's been hot. I don't think he meant anything by it. Obviously, Desiigner's biggest song is Panda, the song that made him kind of sound a lot like Future, really. But it was a massive song, probably one of the biggest songs of that decade. But 50 said he didn't have any songs, so yeah, you know what? You can't be mad that he didn't sign you or do nothing with it. But obviously the internet has been talking. When 50 Cent says something, it stays being said in the airways or the internet waves. And one of the people that said something was Akademiks, amongst other people. And Desiigner wasn't too happy with what was being said about him. He got to talking online. Check it out.
Hey, yo, listen, man. I'm seeing Akademiks posts saying I only had one record. Hey, yo, listen, man. Come to my shows and see how my shows activate and how I activate the crowd. I might not have every record that went diamond, but come to my shows and see how I activate the crowd. You know how hard it is to catch a diamond record? I'm one of the few artists in New York City out of Best Side, Brooklyn, to go diamond. And people over here trying to judge me for a diamond record. That's one of my records that's on my accolades, that's on my record, that's in the world, prestiging at high levels. Now come to my shows and see how I activate the crowd. I do shows from Europe, I do shows from America, I do shows in Africa, I do shows all around the planet. I'm telling you, come to my shows and see what's going on. I perform better than majority of these artists. I don't just let the song ring off, I let my performance work. Perform. And of course, when I first started, I'm gonna be honest, I was surprised that I made a big record like that. But it come off an energy of you first knowing that you can do this. This shit ain't, you know, people just think they can jump in the booth and say whatever they want. But then when they get to these times where, hey, yo, the record actually goes up, yeah, you got to start working on your craft. Now it's time to work on my craft. I didn't show many times at my shows that I have greater records than Panda. I don't have to prove it to anybody else but to myself that I'm that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. It's all about working on your craft right after that. That's all it is. Working on your craft. Getting better. Making sure I'm locked in. Tapping into more subjects. That's all. And I appreciate everybody who's tapping in right now and writing me back. Because they know the vibes. If you in the Desiigner studio, I'm putting in that work.
Yeah, fam. I told you he wasn't happy. People discrediting what he's done in his career musically, saying he's only got one song. Yeah, of course, that's the biggest song he's ever done. Probably the biggest song he'll ever do. It was huge, but it doesn't mean he hasn't got big songs that his fans, I'm sure, appreciate. But obviously you can tell he wasn't very happy. But he wasn't done there, people. Like I said, he came out with a diss to one and only 50 Cent, like I said. And guess what? It gets vicious. Check it out.
Every night, let's do it. She gon' pop, she gon' screw it. You talking that 50 Cent, I be talking 50 mil. Talking that Timmy Turner, let it. I got signed to Kanye, look, you was never worth the deal. Designer always keep it real. Designer always keep it real.
Yeah, fam, look, I was joking. It wasn't very vicious at all. It was a non-starter. But he had a bar for 50 there. I'm not sure it's the wisest thing to do. I mean, people were talking about you, yeah? Why not make some songs and promote the songs that you do have, instead of going after 50 Cent? We just seen this with Hurricane Chris, and everybody was looking at Hurricane Chris a bit crazy. I reckon they'll do the same for you, bro. But on a serious note, it must be a lot of pressure. Coming after a big song like Panda, you're kinda gonna get labeled a one-hit wonder. Even though he's probably still doing fine financially, and like he says, he's got songs that when he goes to shows, everyone's going crazy. But it's just when you have a big song like that, everything's gonna be compared to that. But this interview 50 Cent has done with Gilly and Wallow has definitely shaken up the internet. I mean, he's had Ricky Rose respond, Dame Dash's respond, wanted to challenge him to some sort of network battle. And now Desiigner's come out with a diss song. One thing about 50, he doesn't make music anymore, but when he talks, people listen. The funny thing is, when he mentioned Desiigner in the interview, I didn't even think he said anything bad. I never ever thought it would actually have a reaction from Desiigner. The other two, Dame and Rick Ross, yeah, I could understand them being upset. But Desiigner, I don't understand. But that's just my opinion. I want to know yours. Leave a comment below, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It's fresh hip hop opinion. Peace and love.